So I'm going to make a couple of decisions about what's happened in the future, and if anyone in the chat has any theories about how technology will have developed in the next 100 years, drop that in, and we'll try and work it in. But so I think first of all, based on the bond that was formed between the crew of the Nova Saber and these Vespadian warriors, that 100 years later, the Vespadian Empire is no more. They have in fact joined the consortium, and you're now allies rather than enemies.
We did it, guys.
We got all the feelings out there.
Made history.
Crushed it.
And I would also say that now android crew members are widespread, and that they've become completely accepted in the consortium.
Next.
That seems fair.
Nice.
Okay, so if our 3 original series characters, if you'd like to just give us any last plugs that you'd like to do, and then we're going to jump into our next generation adventure.
Yes, I'm just going to reiterate. I'm from Dungeons and Dipshits. We are a NZ D&D podcast. We do a lot of banterous things. We've only got like half-hour episodes, so they're not too hard to stomach. We've just finished our 11th episode, so we're like getting there slowly, and we hope to be doing it for more and more. So if you are interested in finding another podcast or hearing anything more from me or my fellow people that aren't here, so it doesn't matter, come and listen to Dungeons and Dipshits. We're on Spotify, Apple Play, pretty much wherever you get your podcast from. We're also on Facebook's under Dungeons and Dipsheets as an EE instead of IT, because Facebook is stupid and doesn't like swearing.
All right, thanks, Caleb.
I am Kieran. I'm from the For Crits and Giggles podcast. As I said before, you can find us on Twitter. We're at For CNG Podcast, or we're on Facebook under For Crits and Giggles. And yeah, please go and listen to our podcast. I'm actually also on another podcast called Inks and Issues, which is a comic book review podcast. That's part of the Geekly Inc. network. So go and check them out, and like all the other shows that are associated with that, because they're all really good as well.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, just repeating what they said, listen to those podcasts. But yeah, listen to my friends on Diceratops Presents. Fun a bunch of people. Yeah, that's all I got. But thank you so much. That was so fun.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much for bringing us together and giving the story, even though it turned out to be fucking Pac-Man. Who knew?
Write what you know. Good. Write what you know, right?
Yeah.
How many hours did you spend playing that game? Can I roll a dice? If I get feelings, will you answer this honestly?
Okay, yeah, sure. Go for it.
Guess what I got? 5. I don't know how to do it good.
All right, thank you, original series. We're going to hand over to Next Generation now.
Yes.
Goodbye. I will be watching.
Bye, everyone.
As will I.
All right.
Okay, welcome, Next Generation cast. So my challenge that I gave you when we all signed up to do this was, I told you not to prepare any characters. I wanted you to watch the first adventure and try and come up with your characters while you were watching it. So I have absolutely no idea what you've been thinking. So have you got characters?
Yes.
I have one, yeah.
All right, lay it on me.
Why don't one of you guys go first?
No, Penny, please.
Oh, okay. All right. I want to play an alien scientist. I thought that might be quite fun. So like a very small, like Stewie Griffin stature alien with a really big head. Very, very scientific. And their name is Truck Biceps.
Truck Biceps.
I'm gonna write that down. Truck Biceps.
And what's your number?
Ooh, so I had a big think about this because, like, obviously a scientist, right, is probably going to be way better at lasers. So what I might do is I might go 6 and be kind of an all-rounder.
All right, sounds good.
Cool. I took a cue from what happened with Duke and the Vespadian. And I am one of the first generation of a half Vespadian, half human that has appeared in this universe. His name is Sting.
Nice.
Yeah. And he's quite an emotional guy. He's got a number 3. He's going to be an engineer. He's going to be sort of on the scanners. He's, because of the excitement of being a new species, he's on the lookout for new species. So he's on in the scanner sort of system.
Awesome. And Ryan.
After his parents were, his grandparents were tragically injured in an orb explosion in a mining colony. Maru Marathis has dedicated his life, now that he can no longer mine and follow his family tradition, to become a sort of sexy explorer of the galaxy to try look after his destitute family.
What was again?
That is Maru Marathis.
Maru Marathis.
Sort of just like a cool, sexy human.
And what's
very
your number?
sexy? Yeah.
4. I think we'll go with a 4. And despite all of this, wanting to look after his family and make sure the legacy is intact, his goal is to know that someone is proud of him.
What type of mustache does he have?
It's it's just missing the middle bit. It's just the little sides.
It's very futuristic.
Okay, and so you are on like you've inherited the mantle of the Nova Saber, but where the old Nova Saber was kind of round and clunky in a charming way, this Nova Saber is sleeker and smoother and a bit cooler. What features would you like your Nova Saber to have? Oh, and while you think of that, just another shout out to Andrew Keppel, who is just doing absolutely phenomenal work.
Oh yeah, his drawings were so funny last time. Did such a good job.
I just want to put a quick shout out to Dungeon Knights, who is currently raiding us with a party of 21. Thank you so much for the raid.
Oh my
gosh. You guys, you're in part 2 of was it Lasers and Feelings aboard the Nova Saber 2 Electric Boogaloo.
How do you guys feel about superior sensors for a ship strength?
I love it. If we can also have fast
superior sensors. Okay, yeah, I like that.
Yet, Sting would love some superior sensors, to be honest. He's all about that.
And we have to pick a problem.
Yes.
Grim reputation sounds pretty fun.
Yeah.
Grim reputation. Okay. So that means that, let's say that, so this is your, this next generation. The first season of that, they went for a real gritty reboot. And it was, things were pretty dark. But now there's a new showrunner, and they're trying to get things to a bit lighter. But people still remember all of the kind of dark, morally questionable things that the Nova Saber had to do in the previous season.
I'm loving watching the ship get updated as well in live time.
We're getting some of that fast put in. This is what I'm liking.
This is the title sequence that kind of brings us from the original series to the next generation as the Nova Saber is transformed. Oh, because it's fast, it's got extra nacelles. That's great.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, is there anything else that we need to know about your characters?
I think I didn't say what my character goal is.
Oh yeah, tell me.
Oh yeah, me neither.
I would like to make a gun that can shoot based on your emotions. So like a gun that shoots feelings at people.
All right.
Just to really mess with the mechanics of the game.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that. So just a couple of other things. So the Nova Saber, you have installed state-of-the-art replicators, but that technology is still not quite there, and so you never quite get what you want to replicate.
Okay.
And the other thing is, it's standard for anyone in Space Patrol. As part of their kit, they get their phaser gun, they get their tricorder, and they also get the Dr. Spark Special, which is a small detachable eyeball.
That's great. I like that.
Okay, cool.
All right, shall we get into things?
Let's do a mission. Let's
All right.
go on a quest.
I'm excited to find out what happens. All right, how about this? The Nova Saber has been given a very important mission because of its long and storied history. On this, the 50th anniversary of the Vespadians joining the consortium, there is a big celebration planned, and because of the Nova Sabers' contributions to the formation of that alliance, you have been given the honored role of bringing the president of the consortium to the planet where the ceremony is going to be held, to the Vespadian hive where the ceremony is going to be held. So
sounds great. Sounds like we're not going to mess that up at all.
Well, you know, you're a fast ship, so that's going to be good because he's in a bit of a hurry. You've had to, you know, you guys might be sharing quarters because he's taken the captain's cabin. But just talk to me a little bit about what you're all doing as this, as the Nova Saber is flying through space towards the hive. Although you're still about a week away.
I went first last time, so one of you guys go.
All right, Sting is in his kind of engineering quarters, scouring over many screens as they pass through different systems. And he's pushing buttons and analyzing data as it comes through, and he's bothered by the fact that, oh, I already know these ones. These ones aren't. He's getting kind of frustrated that he's not finding anything new in regards to alien life.
Maru might be sort of like wandering around and looking for people for like empty consoles and stations and practice doing those jobs in a cool way without really knowing what's going on. So if there's a spare terminal, he'll just walk over and press a couple buttons, or if the captain's chair's empty, he'll practice a couple cool spins and just sort of like fantasize about really like being in charge, what that would be like.
And Truck is hiding between consoles, shooting at you both with their prototype weapon. They're not 100% sure if it's like shooting feelings at you or shooting your feelings. It appears to be having currently no effect. So they're just trying to like figure out, hey, maybe I'm causing the frustration. Who knows?
Well, why don't we do a roll for this? Why don't you give us a laser roll? So
Okay.
And you know, you've been working on this for a while, so we'll call it prepared. So roll 2 dice.
And I think
Okay,
Sting is like...
I'm on full screen. Am I trying to go above 6 or below 6?
So lasers is under. So 6 or under.
I got a 1 and a 10. So 1 success.
1 success. So it's a partial success. And so you are trying to shoot Maru, but as you're doing it, the president walks into the beam, and he goes, "Ooh.
How do you feel?
I feel rather confused."
That's not what I had it set to.
Well,
Back to the...
I just wanted an update on what progress we're making. I want to make sure we're there before the ceremony begins.
That would be ideal. How are we doing, guys?
Well, Mr. President, I can promise you that we're exactly 1 week away. I
Very
believe.
precise. Thank
And
you.
luckily, the ceremony is 1 week and 1 hour away.
That's right. I do hope that we're going to make a spectacular entrance.
Did you have anything in mind? Do you want to make a request, or?
Oh, a loop?
Oh, yes,
Sorry,
just something.
I wasn't
something really
elected to my
sketchy.
imagination. Oh yes, do something sketchy.
Yeah, something sketchy. Yes.
Oh, we're in for a treat.
Now, Sting, is it Sting?
Yes, President.
Can you give me any insight into what the Vespadians might what they might appreciate? I need to present their president with some kind of gift.
Sometimes people think that they love their honey, but they get confused with other species out there. It's strange. If you've got any, some of that nectar from those rare flowers from, which planet was it? Oh, Maru, where did we last come from?
Oh, Absadar?
And you stole some of those flowers, right?
Yes, just to sort of play around with the replicator.
I mean, give me like 5 minutes and I'll be able to get you some nectar from the flowers.
Okay, well, why don't we just get the replicator to do it? Replicator, give us some Absadian flowers. And you see and a bunch of spoons appear.
Oh, excellent. My spoons have arrived.
Is this right, Sting? I don't want to be presumptuous.
This thing never works. And he just gives it like a smack on the side.
Truck's eating like a little pudding cup and is just super happy that we have spoons now.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
Like Sting like just
is
turns
not
around
a-
to his like engineering station just to see if it's excitedly, oh, this could be it, thinking it's going to be some new alien species on his monitor.
This is not a distress call, but you're being hailed by another consortium vessel.
Whose job is it to answer the phone?
Sorry. I'll bring up the phone.
Bring it up.
Yes.
All right. Yes, and the voice says, "Greetings. This is Captain Jack Space Shoes. Am I speaking to the captain of the Nova Saber?"
Temporary captain for now? Sure, absolutely. Acting captain.
Excellent. Well, I've been sent to give you some extra protection. We're worried about space bandits.
Me
those
too.
are some of the worst kinds of bandits.
Yes, to be honest, we don't have many problems with land bandits up here.
A man after my own heart.
It's the anti-gravity that makes them dangerous.
Exactly. Now, actually, tell you what. Why don't you just beam the president over and we can look after. We've got stronger shields.
Absolutely.
I'm not feeling too good about this truck.
All right. One to beam across.
Come this way, Mr. President. I'll bring you towards the
Oh.
beam riser.
Okay. Obviously, I want to be safe. I don't like the sound of space bandits.
Sting's gonna like quickly just spin around in his chair and start scouring sort of in the nearby space area, just to see if he can spot anything.
I have a question.
Yes.
Does the person on the screen have a bandana around his neck?
Great question. Two great questions. So, let's see. So, Truck, you're going to try and get an insight into what's going on with Jack's space shoes. And Sting, you're going to scan the area using your superior senses to try and get a sense of what's going on. So I need a laser roll from Sting and a feelings roll from Truck.
Now this is his job. Does that like mean I'm prepared?
3. I think 3.
3.
Especially because you've got superior senses. For Truck, 2.
2?
2 die. Yeah.
And I've got to roll higher than my number. Is that right?
Let's see. You are doing a laser roll, so you're rolling under your number.
Okay, so I only rolled one success.
All right. You can pick up. Yes, there is another Space Patrol vessel that is shadowing you. You recognize it as the Quasarfoil.
Do I know anything about the Quasarfoil?
It is in like the logs, as a Space Patrol vessel. Doesn't have the same storied history as the Nova Saber.
And is that the only ship? So I can assume he's hailing from that ship.
Yes. In fact, you can identify that that's where the signal is coming from.
Right.
And Truck.
I got a 6 and a 10.
6 and a 10. Well, so you've got a laser feelings?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got a success and a laser feelings.
So I get one question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, does the interior of this ship, like behind what I can see of him, look suspicious?
Like, is it dark and spooky?
Like, are there, for example, like a bunch of signs up that say bandit ship?
No.
Someone tied up in the background.
So almost like no one would see anything amiss except for you. You have a kind of an insight into what's going on. You know Space Patrol regulations so well. So you can see other Space Patrol officers moving in the background, but they are moving in a way that shows that they kind of maybe don't, like they know how to fly a ship, but they're not doing it the Space Patrol way.
Okay. Thank you very much. I hold up a second and I say, "Wait, Mr. President. Those guys aren't following regulations. You don't want to go on a ship where they're not wearing their safety belts."
Quasarfoil, let me just check the logs. He's just flicking through the logs just to see if he has heard of any sort of danger that the Quasarfoil has been in.
It was on a long-range exploration mission. If you think it's dangerous, but I thought I was going there to get away from danger.
Perhaps we could go with you, just check everything is up to code.
Oh, that would be reassuring.
That sounds like a fantastic idea. I love rules.
And Sting just sort of like hurriedly reaches into one of his drawers, pulls out his like phaser, and attaches it to his belt loop. Oh, I can't wait! I need to kill again.
Sting?
Oh, sorry, I've got this thing set to bloodlust.
Nova Saber, are you ready to beam the president across?
Yes, set up the beam for 4.
Oh, extra guests. Well, the Quasarfoil is nothing if not hospitable. Why don't you beam across? So you move to the transporter room, and again you get a tingling sensation, and suddenly you find yourself in a room that looks very much like the transporter room you just left, but it's just different enough for you to realize that you are on a different ship.
Can I just say, your William Shatner is great. You're doing good Shatner.
Thank you.
Sting looks around. Did this thing work? He hasn't quite picked up on just being half Vespadian, he hasn't quite picked up on the difference in the room.
Oh man, it didn't work. We're still in the exact same room.
Okay.
But where's the president? Is the president with us?
Yes, the president is with you.
Oh, there he is. There's no one in the room?
So there's a transporter operator, another space patrol officer, and then the doors open, and in comes Jack Space Shoes, Captain Jack Space Shoes, and he says, so good of you to join us, Mr. President. Why don't you come through to your quarters?
Hold up just 1 second. Aren't you meant to be on some sort of long-range exploration mission? His hand, like, up next to his side.
Oh, we certainly were, but we were called back for security concerns over the this celebration of the Alliance.
Fantastic news, isn't it?
Wonderful. Where am I? Yes, wonderful to celebrate the coming together of these two fantastic species, two of my favorites.
Well, tell me something, Captain Space Shoes. If you're really what are they? What's their designation again? Like,
Quasarfoil.
The
Sorry,
name
one
of
more
the
time?
ship is Quasarfoil.
If you're really Quasarfoil crew, why aren't you wearing the regulation 3 belts? He's pointing like forwards because he's very little at the belt, the single belt buckle on this guy's pants.
Space Shoes kind of looks at the rest of you with a kind of a smirk and is like, looks like we got a real nerd here.
Truck Biceps pulls up their lab coat, and you can see that they've got like really, really high pants held up by like 3 belts that go like almost up to their armpits. I don't know what you mean.
Listen, when you've been in the game as long as we have here, you learn to break the rules a little bit to get things done. Don't tell me. I know you're from the Nova Saber. I know you've broken a few rules to get things done.
Yeah, I'm into this.
If your reputation is anything to go by.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to say, Jack Space Shoes, I'm cool, and I'm going to take off 2 of my belts and look casual.
How could you?
What is like Sting is just kind of like analyzing this Captain Space Shoes. Is he how's he coming across? Trying to like get some insight into how this guy is presenting himself.
Sounds like a feelings roll to me. So you're going to need to roll over your number, and you are not an expert on reading humans.
No. It's a 6. It's a 6, so over.
So it is a success.
Mm-hmm.
You get the sense that this is exactly what a space patrol captain should be like.
Okay.
In fact, it's like perfectly like what a space patrol captain should be like.
I trust you implicitly, Captain Space Shoes.
Hey, why don't we all celebrate? I've got some replicator, a round of space whiskey, and 6 space whiskeys appear in the replicator.
Oh my god!
Damn it, their one works.
Truck's gonna like take note of the like make and model and gonna make it their mission to see if he can steal this replicator and bring it back to I forgot the name of our ship, the Nova Star?
Nova Saber.
No, Nova Saber, that's right.
What say that we go to my ready room and talk about old times in the space patrol?
Well, I mean, you could buy me a drink for... Oh, you did. Okay.
All
yes,
right,
yes,
he escorts you through.
Cool.
Does the president come with us?
Yeah, the president. I mean, this is kind of his element, like schmoozing.
Okay.
So he actually feels much more comfortable in this kind of environment. Oh yes, wonderful. Oh, is this 3000 AD space whiskey? Wonderful.
Can I do a small move?
Yeah.
I want to put a tracking device into the president's back pocket.
Sounds good. Let's see. I think this is a technical thing, so I want you to roll lasers.
Okay.
Oh, tell you what, you can use your eyeball.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that works.
Could I help by sort of just chatting to the president and just laughing at everything he says?
Yeah, definitely.
Beautiful.
So, roll 2, and you're rolling under.
While all of this is happening, Sting has just like reached down to his phaser, and he's like, the new phasers have like got a gap in between stun and kill, thanks to like how often they would flick randomly between, which is now just an off. It is like an off mode as well, and he's just like, and it's really hard. You got to really like click it into the off mode as well.
I got a 9 and a 1, so it was 1 success.
Success. Okay, so you do manage to slip your robot eyeball into his pocket, but as you do, he kind of thinks like you're giving his bottom a squeeze. And so he kind of looks at you like,
Do you know why they call me Truck Biceps?
oh, I don't know. Why do they call you Truck Biceps?
Well, I named myself after the 2 things that humans admire the most. Well, actually, the second and third thing that humans admire the most. But nobody took me seriously as a scientist when my name was Biceps Butts.
His words indeed. Well, perhaps as president, I should propose a toast. A toast to Space Patrol for all of the wonderful work that you've done keeping the galaxy safe.
And Sting sort of holds his up.
Cheers!
Cheers. Drinks.
Drink.
Sting can't really get his wasp-like appendage around it, and he's sort of like just dipping bits of his mouth into it. Delicious! And he's clearly not really drinking any of it, but he's trying.
Did Captain Jack drink?
He did drink. Now, I think I would like Truck and Maru, you both drank.
Yes.
I would like you to... I think this is a feelings roll. 1 dice. So you're trying to roll over your number.
I got a 3. I got a 3, so I failed.
A 2, so I fail.
This whiskey has a real kick to it.
Oh! I think I set my gun to dizzy.
Oh no! Oh.
You look a little worse for wear. Why don't I send you back to your ship? The president's safe with me.
Well, that seems like a good idea. I want to lie down.
Oh, me too.
Truck's just gonna lie down on the floor.
I'll lie down next to Truck as well.
They get like this. It doesn't seem to really have affected me. It must be my Vespoid blood.
You know what? He pulls out a phaser and points it at you. Why don't you lie down as well, Sting?
I'm not that sleepy, thank you, Mr. Shoes. Can I do a roll to see if he's if he clues into what he's trying to be told to do?
You want to roll to see if Sting can work out what is happening?
Pretty much.
Yes. Okay. So this is a feelings roll.
Okay.
And I'll roll 2 dice.
Okay. He's rolled a 2 and a 7. So 1 under, 1 over.
All right. So you pretty much clock to it, but it takes you a while. So certainly any chance of taking a quick action has passed you by.
Sure. So he's like, oh, not again. And he slowly starts sort of like getting down onto the ground. He's going to try and just like try and wedge secretly that little off switch back into... He's kind of kicking himself as he gets down onto the ground, trying to flick it and trying to do it a little more stealthy.
Mr. President, if you'd like to get out of here, we'll go on with our business.
Oh man, we lose so many presidents this way.
Sting's gonna like have a look in his pouch because of course he's got everyone aboard the Nova Saber has these now, which is just a quick injection just to try and bring people out of any kind of dizzy state. It's with all that zero gravity stuff, it's really, it can take you sort of head for a spin.
So a little caffeine injection.
yeah.
Okay, you're gonna try and use it
Yeah.
on.
We're gonna try it on Maru, the sexy explorer.
Yeah, I'll lean over and sort of like grab at Sting and be like, Sting, are you proud of me?
This is gonna hurt. And it's the and the only place that you can place these is directly into the rectum. A deliberately sharp injection.
All right, I think that as this has happened, Captain Jack has ushered the president out, and the doors have sealed, and you hear a kind of a ka-chunk as if it's locking into place. So now the three of you are lying on the floor, and Sting is holding an injection above Maru's rectum.
Yeah, stab him, bud. Stab him good.
Yeah, and he just brings that down in like one hefty move. It doesn't need to be inserted this quickly, but I don't know my own strength. He just jams that down.
Okay, I don't think we need to roll for this. Even if there was nothing inside this, I think it would wake you up sufficiently.
I don't think that it's like a placebo.
Yeah.
Gosh, there's a reason we call you Sting, isn't there?
It's weird they only give these to me.
It's weird that it goes into the butt. Because you're pot wasp, so it should come out of your butt.
I can place it wherever you want, really. I just thought, it was a limited time chance.
All I know is after that I feel like I could do 100 Mackenzie maneuvers.
All right. So you are now locked inside the captain's ready room. I think that the effects wear off on you as well, Truck. Turns out they weren't that long lasting. They probably didn't need to be.
Oh, hey, I'm feeling lots better.
I've still got 5 of these left.
Excellent. Truck's gonna take another swig of that whiskey.
Oh, okay. You then fall back down.
Hit me, Sting!
Coming!
Beyond a medicinal effect, it certainly has a bonding effect on the three of you.
Okay, well, as it strikes me, we've got a few objectives. First of all, and most importantly, they have a working replicator.
That's a great idea.
Let's smash it.
Let's steal that shit.
How about we try talking to it? Replicator, are you here? Okay, locked out.
Is the replicator like a special machine that I can pick up and take, or is it part of the ship?
If you imagine basically like a microwave inset into a wall.
Okay.
So it's somewhat separate, but it's in the wall.
Could I take it out?
You could.
Okay, good to know.
It'd be pretty. Like there'd be wires hanging loose and all that kind of thing.
Okay. And
Ripping out a
and I feel like there's something else that we should do, but for the life of me, I can't quite.
The president!
Oh, yeah.
Something about the president.
Do we need to assassinate him, or... I feel like it was the opposite to that.
I was pretty keen to get into the Vesparian hive for the, peace, 50 years of peace.
Okay, let's do that.
Mm.
But we'll need the president. Let's save him.
Oh yeah, great idea. And Truck's going to tune his feelings gun to extremely confident and shoot himself.
Oh, fantastic.
Let's do it.
All right. What do you do?
Okay.
Oh, you go, Penny.
Okay, so what do we know, really? We know that there's a working replicator on board, so maybe we can, like, fill the ship with bubbles?
What can we see in this room? So we've got this room, and they've gone off into another doorway that is just slammed shut. Is that right?
Yeah. So one of those type doors has closed. There's a table, there's chairs, there's the replicator in the wall, and there's a few tasteful decorations that Captain Quasarfoil has set up.
Okay, no other ways out of the...
See, well, I mean, there's the usual air vents and that kind of thing.
Oh, that's great, I'm tiny, I could do air vents.
How small is a truck biceps?
Truck biceps is like toddler size.
Okay. All right.
That's just their species. He's got a big round head and then just a tiny little body.
Is the head small enough to get into the air vent?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, if I get to decide, sure, because I want to go into the air vent.
Perhaps with some kind of lubricant.
Okay, do we have any lubricant?
Well, let's ask the replicator. Just grease, please.
Just grease just kind of dribbles out of the replicator down the side of the wall and onto the floor.
Okay, Truck's gonna start rubbing their head all over that.
And Sting's just like, delicious! And he's just like, I haven't eaten in days!
Oh, is it that good?
Why?
Maybe I'll try some.
Just the three of us just like licking grease off of a wall while the president is in danger.
Sting
Excellent.
is really confused as to why Maru's doing this. He's like, you know this is the food of my people.
Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm not very good. I'll stop eating the grease.
Suitably greased and with a boost from Maru, Truck, you're able to squeeze into the air vent.
Cool.
It's probably a Jeffrey's tube, I think, is the technical, like one of the tubes that you can access the different parts of the ship.
Nice. Cool. So I'm going in. Do I know where the president is based on that eye that I put in his pocket?
Oh yeah. So your tricorder will give you bleeps, and it will also you can see through the eye into your tricorder if you activate that aspect.
So I can see his pocket lint. Excellent. Very good.
Let's say there's also a little ear on the eye if you want to listen in.
Okay, you guys stay here and use the replicator to something.
Replicator, more grease!
You guys have got the right idea, and Truck's gonna go through the vents looking for, I guess just kind of looking for tactical advantage, but mostly looking for the president.
Okay. Well, let's do a little bit of that while the other two of you have a think. So, this gives you access to, you think, all different parts of the ship. So you can get to engineering, which controls the shields and the engines. You can get to the phaser banks. You can get to the bridge, and you can get to the quarters. That's pretty much all the parts of the ship.
What are the phaser banks?
So the phaser banks are kind of the controls for the weaponry of the ship.
Okay. Seems like a good idea. Okay, I think I'll go to engineering.
Okay. So you scurry through the tube and you can see there's a Space Patrol engineer working in the engineering block, kind of directly
Okay.
below you.
Okay. Can I fit the nozzle of my feelings gun out of the vent?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Keep in mind, I don't know whether it works or not, so you can decide whether this will do anything.
Yep, that's fine. But you got to squeeze it past your head. And
That's
so
that's a big ask.
it's quite hard to aim, but you have got it kind of out there and pointed in
Okay.
the general direction.
I would like to set it to needs to pee, and see if I can hit him with it. Yeah.
All right.
Busting.
Well, this is going to be a lasers roll.
Okay. So less than 6.
Less than 6.
And because this is an invention of my own, can I have an extra dice on?
Yeah. All right.
2 dice.
2 dice.
That's a 2 and a 3. That's a double success.
Yeah. So it's a complete success. The engineer kind of stops, then does kind of a little dance for a little bit, and then kind of looks around, then puts like a paperweight on a button to keep it pushed down, and then runs out of the room.
Cool, very nice. What can I like? Okay, so I'll hop out of the vent.
Mhm.
What kind of can I mess with in this room, based on my scientist knowledge?
So you're in engineering. You think that you could cut off power to certain sections.
Okay.
You could probably disable the engines if you wanted to. You could disable the shields if you wanted to. It would take a lot of work, but you could maybe reroute the controls of the ship to engineering. But that would be a big task.
Can we use our tricorders to sort of like communicate with each other?
Yes.
Okay. All right, guys. I'm in engineering, and I do have an idea, but let's hear him.
More grease.
So you're now about like shin deep in grease.
And he turns to Murray. This is almost the perfect amount.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Replicator, stop grease.
Perfect.
Thank you, replicator.
Okay. I have an idea that I'll pitch to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I want to set all the doors of the ship to open and close, like, just continuously. Just all of the doors of the ship to just continuously open and close, and really get some, like, craziness happening and some confusion happening amongst the crew.
Sounds good. I like a challenge.
Yes,
Can
love
I-
it. Yes.
Can I do that?
Yeah. Well, yes, you can with a lasers roll.
Okay. How many dice?
2
Two
dice.
That's a 3 and a 6. So, one success and 1 laser feeling.
Mm-hmm. What would you like to know?
What would I like to know? Does the ship have a self-destruct button?
It does. All Space Patrol vessels are equipped with a self-destruct button. It does require the captain to enter their personal code.
Okay. Cool. I don't know if I'm wasting these questions.
No, it's good. That was good.
Okay, cool. So I want to set every door in the ship, with the exception of the the doors into space, like the airlock doors.
Yeah, not the airlocks,
to
please.
start opening and closing.
Thank you for
either
adding that
randomly or rhythmically.
Yeah, you do it to a rhythm that is familiar to the three of you.
Okay. It's going to be "Don't Stop Me Now" by Queen.
That's what I was thinking.
Nice. Don't stop me now. I don't know how much I can sing of the song on Twitch because they have
Yeah.
copyright laws.
They
So
They do.
Okay, so back in the ready room, the doors suddenly open and grease gushes out. You see that there was a guard standing outside the door, but the grease kind of sweeps under them, and they slip up into a puddle of grease and start sliding down the corridor. Then the doors slam shut again, slam open, closed, open.
Sting's just
What
like,
do you do?
I'm having a ball. All right, let's. Yeah, that's the code. Let's do this.
Sting, first, I've just got one question for you. You're part Vespadian, aren't you?
150, half of me. I am not good with numbers.
Can I ask that half? What would a human space captain's greatest weakness be?
The fleshy bit on their neck. It's dangerous for humans.
I love you, Sting. Let's go.
Where are you headed?
Sting has, because of his Vespadian sort of feet, he never wears space boots or anything. He's got these kind of really weird insect like soles to his feet, and he's just like walking proudly across that grease like without any issue whatsoever. And he's sort of like just timing with the door, and even though it's kind of like open for quite a while before it shuts, he's still just like, he can't anticipate it correctly, and every time he goes it just shuts again. He's like, "Argh!" Opens up. He's just trying.
Like trying to jump into a skipping rope.
Yeah.
You have to sing along with the song so you know when to jump.
Yeah.
There's parts where it just opens and closes halfway, and don't stop me, like that.
Yeah. So he waits for that bit. He's kind of counting it down, and then he darts through.
All right, you make it through the door. Where to next?
He's got his tricorder out. Where are they? Truck?
Can I use my my detector to sort of like tell them which way to go?
Bridge.
They seem to be on the bridge.
He's gonna.
The doors will be open when you get there.
Is the layout for these ships all quite similar across the? Yeah.
You always know how to find your way to the bridge of a space patrol vessel.
He's just on his way. There's no sort of stealth involved. He's just heading straight towards the bridge.
All right. So as you're making your way along the corridors towards the bridge, a door opens and two other space patrol people come out and kind of barge straight into you. Clearly not expecting to see you there.
Do they look the part, or do they look a little off in regards to looking like official officers or whatever?
So the impact, you would say, it feels different from crashing into a person, more akin to crashing into a wall. Like they were very sturdy.
He's just going to quickly, just out of instinct, eye up the fleshy part of their necks.
I mean, you've got your phaser. Do you want to take a shot?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. He just
All right.
pulls out his phaser and straight towards that fleshy part of the neck. He knows humans are the weakest.
That's 2 dice, rolling lasers, so rolling under.
Oh, this isn't good. Double 4, which is 2 fails.
2 fails. So it glances off their shoulder, but seems to have absolutely no effect. You think that if a stun hit a person on the shoulder, their arm would go dead or something like that, but this just seems to almost bounce off.
Yeah, and he looks to Maru and just goes, "Uh-oh!"
And the two of them look at each other and say, "Looks like we got a couple of intruders." And then they try and grab you, but you slip through their fingers.
The grease.
I just realized why.
Turned out to be a brilliant plan. Like one of them gets you on a bear hug and you pop out like a bar of soap. What do you do?
I think as he's sort of midair, like being squeezed and pops out of the top, he's just gonna like try and just jam his kind of insecty feet, like just crack him down on the top of the head of one of them.
All right, that's definitely feelings. So roll 2 for feelings, rolling over.
1 success.
1 success. Okay, so you describe what you're doing.
So he's been bear hugged and he sort of like pops up out of the top and he's just trying to just jackhammer his feet down into the skull of one of the officers.
Oh, you're trying to Mario him.
yeah. That's the one.
Yeah, you do that, but then of course you're greasy, so your feet slip out from under you, and then you kind of land on your head as you land on his head, and then you slip up and fall down and kind of land on your head, which is painful.
Yeah.
Maru, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna look this figure up and down, look for the fleshy part of the neck that Sting has pointed out, and just go for a little chop.
All right, roll feelings. Roll 2 dice.
A sexy chop.
Feelings is over. That is 2 fails, Brendan.
All right, you really hurt your hand. In fact, it appears that under that fleshy part is metal.
Do we hear that? Does it like clang?
Yeah, let's say there's a little clang there. Truck, are you still in engineering?
Yeah, I'm trying to make the engines so that they turn on and off in time to Don't Stop Me Now. And like 1 and 2 at a time so that the ship is like turning when it's not supposed to be, and just really messing with the boosters.
So make a lasers roll.
Okay, hang on. I have a cat trying to eat my cards. Hang on. I'll see. How many dice?
2 dice.
Okay, don't eat my dice. Lasers roll. I got a 7 and a 4, so I think it's 1 success.
1 success. Yes. So you do the engine start firing out of sequence, which causes everyone to kind of stumble as the mid fight, which creates an opening for you to act now, whether to get away or counterattack.
I think Sting is really confused about the fact that nothing's hurting the fleshy part of humans. So he's just going to try and get up and just run towards the bridge.
I would say, so you're right next, they just came through a door. So the door right next to you is opening and closing in sequence. And then down the corridor, you can see the door to the bridge also opening and closing.
Maybe he's just going to actually like stand and try and push one of these things into the opening and closing door.
Oh, nice.
I might look at Sting and try sync up and do a little push together help.
Double push? Okay, I want you to both roll at the same time. Each roll 2 for rolling over.
I got a 10. Just 1 success.
2 9s, double success.
All right. You managed to push both of them, and you're feeling the music, and just on good time, the door crushes both of them. And you see, instead of blood and guts, which you're half expecting, instead you see circuits and metal under a flesh coating.
This makes way more sense.
Androids.
And he just, he messages through to Truck. He's like, we've got some androids on here. I don't think the captain is really the captain.
You got it. I'm going to see what I can do. I'm really confused as to why I convinced one of these guys that they needed to pee, if they're androids. But I'm going to look into I'm going to look into the mainframe and see if I can find any like sign that the crew is actually robots.
Okay, looking into the logs.
Yeah. Can I do that from engineering, or do I need to go somewhere?
Yeah, I think that would be in like the captain's room.
Okay, I want to shoot like with my regular gun, not my feelings gun. I want to shoot the engineering like console that someone could like put my doors and engine song off, and then I'm back into the vents, looking for somewhere that I can go do that.
All right, so you're making your way through to the captain's quarters. Meanwhile, the other 2 of you are slip sliding your way towards the bridge.
Yes.
Yeah. Sting's going to get out his tricorder and just see if he can scan for beings nearby, just in the vicinity.
With a little bit of adjustment, you can see that there are a number of androids and one human on the bridge.
How many androids?
3.
Three androids. He's just gonna look to Maru and he's like, "There's 3 more! 3 more of those robot sons of bitches!" And he just flicks his phaser on to like kill.
Oh, we better hope they're standing next to some doors.
I don't get it! Truck! There's 3 more androids!
Where am I at this point?
So you are now you're dropping down into the captain's quarters.
Okay, what do I see?
You see a lot of photos of Captain Jack Space Shoes in various.
Like heaps of selfies?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But
not
also
like... No, carry on.
so things like the bed appear to be unused for a long time.
Okay.
But there is the console where you can access the ship's logs.
Yeah, I want to do that. I want to jump on, access the console, see if I can find either, like... I'm not sure whether an android would have kept new logs after taking over his body, so I'll just check the last one and see what the last log says.
So you notice that there's a series of entries that are just like routine patrol, routine patrol, routine patrol, routine patrol. It's like someone has put the minimum amount in to not raise suspicion.
Okay.
As you scroll back, you get to some much more florid descriptions. About 6 months ago, those cut off and are replaced with just routine, 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 routine.
Okay. What's the last one before they start getting suspicious?
So it says, received a distress signal. We're going to check it out. Could be another opportunity for the quasar to show its quality.
Okay. You guys, you there?
Yes.
I got nothing. Maybe you should try more grease.
Oh, now you're speaking my language, Truck. And he's just kind of like kicking some like puddles of grease around on the ground.
I'll start going through cupboards and drawers and looking for anything either suspicious or valuable that he might be willing to trade for a president.
As you get closer to the bridge now, you can hear a voice, apparently like speaking into a communication device, saying, "Yes, we regret to inform you that it appears that the Nova Saber was destroyed in a bandit attack. But don't worry, we've taken the president and we're going to deliver him safely."
And the president... Oh, can we hear anything from the president that's in there, or...?
You hear a click, and then a, "You won't get away with this, you fiend!"
Yeah. Sting's just gonna, like, as one of the doors, like, open up, he's just gonna quickly just take a quick peek through the door just to get understand where everyone is situated within the bridge.
Okay, so, sitting in the captain's chair, we have Captain Jack Space Shoes. Then next to that, we see the president. He's in some kind of almost like an X-ray machine that appears to be like scanning him. There's a Space Patrol engineer next to that machine, seemingly monitoring it. And then on a table next to it is another android figure, like lying down. And there's like a 3D printer like printing over this figure.
What do you think, Maru?
Do they seem at all stressed out about the fact that the engines and the doors are going weird?
Oh yeah, good question. You hear the captain say, "Now listen, once you've dealt with that, I want you to go and... Yeah, it sounds like the Sounds like there's something wrong with the engines. Yeah. Every ship has one thing that plays up it, but we've got a really good replicator. It's never let us down.
They really do. Yeah, so I think can Sting see what is being printed? I mean, I think I know what's being printed, but does Sting see or understand what's being printed onto this android?
Yeah, at that moment, the figure on this table sits up, and it's the president. Well, Mr. President, seems like we have no longer any use for your organic form.
Oh, I just bust in.
Yep, go for it. What are you going to do?
I'll step through the doors and I'll say, not on my watch, Jack Space Shoes.
Sexy.
If that is your real name.
Which we doubt.
Well. The crew of the Nova Saber. Sticking their nose in where it doesn't belong once again.
I might subtly reach down, turn my communicator to video mode, and send it to our little group chat we've got, so Truck Bicep can get a look from the room and maybe get a good angle to take a special feelings gun shot from.
Okay, I'm on my way. By the way, I'm heading to the bridge from the quarters.
Yeah, you're able to. If you need a little bit of time, but if you can keep him talking for a little bit, you can probably get into position to fire from the vent.
I have just short little legs, so I need time to get there.
Sting just leans over to Maru and says, "Put it onto broadcast. Get this thing out there, Maru."
I do so. And I'll look at Jack Space Shoes and say, well, if it isn't the fake crew of the Quasarfoil. How'd you do it, Jack? Why'd you do it, Jack?
Fake? You call us fake? You're the real fakes around here. With this pitiful obsession with peace. No, we want to return Space Patrol to its glory days, what it really was. Doing battle with our foes, winning great victories, having adventures. But to do that, we need to sabotage these peace celebrations.
And at this point, I'd like to come sliding quite speedily out of the vent, and say, "Peace, I think you mean Greece," and I want to take a shot at him with my feelings gun.
Feeling is it set to?
Very, very mega sad.
Oh.
All right. Roll your attack. So this is lasers.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'll let you roll 2.
You go 1 because I'm doing an acrobatics maneuver and I'm not remotely prepared for that.
Yeah, but he is being distracted, so roll 2.
Okay. Oh, cat, you can't do that. Oh, the cat's stealing my dice. I got I got a 9 and an 8, so I think that's 2 fails.
Oh my god. We're not good with our lasers.
You hit Maru.
Oh.
Whoops. And then I hit the ground.
I'll just tearfully look at him and say, it was those adventures that gravely wounded my grandparents. They used to be miners. They can't mine after an explosion. Surely there must be some part of you that's human?
Raised any human weakness. Only android strength remains.
You forgot one thing! And he just reaches for his phaser and just shoots towards the fleshy part of the neck.
All right. Make your attack roll. This is a lasers roll.
He's very bad with lasers.
Under.
It's a 1.
That's
Very
okay.
good. Yes.
Yeah. So, and you set it to.
It was kill.
right?
It was definitely kill. Yeah.
So it it does go through his neck, not fatally, but there's like a hole in his neck. Sparks are flying out, and he says, "Well, if I," and he looks towards the president, and you see him drawing his own phaser gun, pointing it not at you, swinging around towards the president. And you
Oh.
can see that he's about to shoot.
I would love to dive in front of the president.
Your sadness gives you just the motivation that you need to leap in front
I
of
don't.
the president.
Who even cares anymore?
So this is definitely feelings, and your sadness has prepared you for this. So I want you to roll 2 dice.
Would my tragic backstory make me an expert in sadness?
All right, 3 dice.
A 7, a 4, and a 2.
And you're rolling over, so you get 2 successes and a laser feelings.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Hell yes.
My question, Brendan, is how would Maru know that he'd lived a meaningful life?
All right, here's what happens. You leap in front of this laser blast. It hits you square in the chest.
Not the shoulder? Not where heroes get shot?
Square in the chest. And you collapse into the arms of the president. This gives the opening for Sting to take the second shot that he needs, taking out Captain Jack.
Yeah, he's going to
Who
take that shot.
collapses to the ground.
Perfect.
Can I shoot Sting with a feelings gun shot first?
Okay.
I want to shoot him with extremely calm.
Ooh.
You know, make him good at aiming.
All right.
So you could just make that a help roll if you want.
Yeah. That's going to be a help roll. So, Sting, I want you to roll 3 dice for this. You're rolling lasers, so it's 3 or under.
2 successes.
2 successes. Yes. You get him in the neck again, and his head pops off and bounces to the ground. The eyes look up at you and say, "Well played. Well played." And
How
then
ironic. Oh, sorry. Can I do a line, or do you want to keep going?
I want to keep going a little bit more.
Okay. Yeah.
Maru, you collapse into the arms of the president, and he looks down at you and says, "On behalf of the entire consortium of planets, and as Commander-in-Chief of Starfleet, Maru Mirathas, I'm proud of you. You've done a great service."
That's all I ever wanted to hear you say, Granddad.
Oh no.
I am oddly calm about this whole thing.
I go up to your body, Maru, and I'm gonna pour some of that bad whiskey on it. Like, you know, pouring one out for one's homies. And then I'm gonna walk over and take the captain's, like,
One out for one's homies.
yeah, pouring one out for one's homies. Sorry, my girlfriend. And then I want to see if I can take the captain's, like, I want the code to push the self-destruct button.
Okay. Yes, you can hack into his memory cortex to get the self-destruct. So the whiskey is the space whiskey you pour out for Maru. This
I have a great idea, by the way.
go for it.
Sting, seeing the body of Maru like dying on the ground, like, we've got to run, we've got to go, and he just starts running back to like the teleportation room where the replicator is, and he like puts one hand on each side of the replicator. He's like, if ever I've needed a replicator to work, replicator, I need a Maru Marathis.
Okay, so sparks fly through from the replicator. It starts to shake. Smoke starts to come out of it, and you see like sparks following wires from the replicator down the corridor to the bridge. And suddenly the printer where the fake president was just made springs into life, and it starts printing again. Moments later, there's another Maru Marathis lying on the table.
Oh, nice. Is it working? Is it like still him, or is it just another one?
Maru Marathis, you feel your spirit leaving your body. It starts to rise up, and you're looking down on the bridge of this ship. You're seeing your friends. You're seeing the president. You're seeing another president, and you're somehow seeing yourself.
And Sting rolls this 3D printed body over and pulls out one of the syringes that was left in his pocket. Holds it high above his head and brings it down into the 3D printed Miles' rectum.
To you, what you want to do, Ryan?
With that, I think I will return to the new body.
You feel yourself following through the opening that's been created. You feel your spirit settle into the circuits of this new body, stronger, more powerful than you've ever felt before.
And sexier.
And if it's even possible.
If that's even
That's
possible,
true.
you beat me to it.
Miles!
Hey, man, you with us?
What happened?
You're not an evil android, are you? If you're an evil android, legally you have to tell me.
I still feel like me.
Excellent. Well, we better get out of here, because this place is gonna blow up real soon.
Grab the president!
Which one?
Both of them!
I'm the real president.
No, I'm the president.
No, I'm definitely the real president. You can tell that one's not. Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Okay, let's go!
You beam back across to the Nova Saber, which has been kind of following along next to the Quasarfoil, trying to keep up with its weird movements. And you see a flash of light as the Quasarfoil explodes, the self-destruct signal activating.
Oh man, I forgot to get the replicator out of there.
It's a real shame.
And you're once more on your path, delivering the president where he needs to go. You've
Is
done
he
an amazing
pissed?
thing. No, I'm not pissed. Oh, okay. We wasted 59 minutes on that.
Yes.
Which means we're going to have to make a damn sketchy entrance. Do you think we can manage that?
Hell yes!
Sting, you've already made 2 sketchy entrances today. How about a third?
You can rely on me! And he just walks over to the replicator and goes, Replicator! Grease!
The credits start to roll. Amazing work, team.
Well done, guys.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you so much for that. So if any of Team One want to jump back in, they're welcome to. But this is a chance for welcome back, Caitlin.
Hi.
Any plugs that you would like to give? Let's go from Penny.
Me first?
Yeah.
Okay, so my podcast is called The Terrible Adventures of the Janice and Breathitt's Parchment Company. It answers that all-important question that I think a lot of Dungeons & Dragons players have always wanted to know. What if my character had a day job? It is about it's about a middle manager, a janitor, a salesman, and a factory grunt who accidentally get magic powers, and they're just sort of trying to deal with that. It's great fun. I think it's like a pretty good niche even within the D&D world. Think Lord of the Rings meets The Office, and yeah, we have a lot of fun. You can find us at janisandbreffits.podbean.com. You can search for us on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, all the podcast places. Just make sure you search for TEAR, because we wanted to make the podcast as difficult as possible for people to find. Which is why we did that. So Terrible Adventures of the Janice and Breathitt's Parchment Company. Look us up. We just dropped episode 15, which is the end of our third story arc. So it's a great place to drop in.
Ryan.
Kia ora, guys. My name's Ryan. I'm the DM for Saturday Nights, which is a Dungeons and Dragons live show that we play once a month on a Saturday night, and then 2 weeks later we put up a podcast. If you're in Te Papioia, Palmerston North, please come, drop in and come to a live show. We'd love to have you there. I set up a mic for the audience, so you get to be part of the podcast too. Otherwise, you can find us on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. Search Saturday Nights, or we're at Sat Nights NZ on all the social medias. We're just sort of like a bunch of friends who have been playing together 5 years and would love for you to share a spot at our table with us. Classic 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons long form storytelling. Thanks.
Regan.
And I'm Reagan, DM of Getting Dicey, where you are watching right now. You will find us returning in a couple of weeks with starting the new year with Curse of Strahd, where we've just sort of seen a big sort of cliffhanger, and we're going to come back in the new year and just see what's happening in Vallaki and Barovia. And we're one of the few people that are doing sort of online streams. One of our points of difference is I do things like this, and I put my mouth here. And we have people like Ismark show up. So that's one of our points of difference, as well as the Snapchat filters that some of our players have, as well as the costumes and get up. So please come and stop by. And I think it's going to be Jan 25th we'll be back.
I'm just going to talk about Dungeons and Comedians, but Andrew, who's been doing these amazing illustrations,
Beautiful.
Andrew, if you want to put in a link to your website or to your Patreon, I know that he's creating some animations, which are really amazing. So as I'm talking, those are going to appear in there. Andrew's part of Dungeons and Comedians. We do a live show where comedians play D&D, and recently we've got Andrew doing live drawings that are projected up on a screen behind the players. We then record it as a podcast, which you can listen to as well. Our last episode, we had Tom Sainsbury and Chris Parker as guests. We are starting a whole new campaign in February. If you're in Christchurch, come to the live shows. The live shows are amazing. Podcast is all right as well, but it's best to see it live if you can. You'll see, over there, that's Andrew's Patreon. Too much spare time.
It's a great name. It's such a good name.
Yeah.
He's, as you can see, he's an amazing animator. And thank you so much for having us on the stream.
Oh, no worries. I think we've got another one scheduled for the first Sunday of February as well. I think is it Brad? I feel like it's Brad. Is it Brad that's running it next time? I'm not sure. From Fate of Eisen, I think. I need to go over that. Brandon, thank you. You've done an amazing. Brendan, you've done an amazing job tonight. So thank you so much for introducing me to Lasers and Feelings.
It was amazing. Honestly,
Seriously, good work, man. Honestly, it was so fun to play. So funny. Great.
It was really cool to listen as well, and come from the first game and then watch the second game. You guys just took everything and just ran with it. So much grease everywhere. What's happening? It's grease lightning over here. It's great.
And I will just throw out a big, quick thank you, if I can use some of your time. Geekly Incorporated, Jack Attack, Troll Girl, 420, Mr. Org, Cheese Sauce God, X Psychotic, TK Digiboy, JP3, Dungeon Knights, and Coward Duck 1. Thank you so much for the follow tonight, as well as the great raid from Dungeon Knights. And Kalan Darklaw throwing out, gifting people with subscriptions to Getting Dicey. Thank you so much for the support as well. So we'll see you guys in a month for another crossover, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks for some more Getting Dicey. So thank you guys for all stopping by, and thank you guys for playing and DMing. You've done a great job. And thank you for the amazing drawings. Those are amazing. Go send them some money on Patreon. All right, good night, everybody.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it's honestly so fun. Thanks, everybody.
See ya.
Good night.
Bye.